Hey, what's going on? What is going on? Happy Thursday. It's your Chief Visionary, Natasha Davis here. We are live on the Real Biz Life. Come on in, come and hang out with us. Every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are hanging out together. We are spending time together. Grab your little coffee or your latte or your tea, because I know we have tea drinkers. How many tea drinkers do we have up in here? I am a coffee junkie. I love coffee. First thing in the morning, that is my thing. I'm a coffee girl. I don't know. Do we have tea people? Because I know there are some people which it's can't work with me. Oh, I don't like coffee. I don't like coffee. I'm like, how is that even possible? I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. It's super yummy. Now, I'm not like a coffee snob because I will drink coffee in any as long as it's not cold, like it's supposed to be hot and then it like goes like room temp. As either I'm drinking cold like iced coffee or I'm drinking hot coffee, one of the two. But I am a coffee snob. Back in my previous life, for those that know me and been with me long enough, in my previous life, I'm an emergency room trauma nurse. And in my nursing days, no, I don't practice clinical bedside nursing anymore, but I did for many, many years. And I remember working in the emergency room. I mean, that's it. I was coffee and Mountain Dew, right? Any Mountain Dew lovers up in the building? I was a coffee and Mountain Dew person. And fast forward, I dropped the Mountain Dew, but I kept the coffee. Yes, I did. All right, guys, what's going on? Come on in, come hang out with me. Don't be stingy. Don't let your business associates and friends be tardy for this party, because here on the Real Biz Life show, we do this every Thursday morning. We come together to dissect the good, the bad, and the strategy around business, right? And I transfer knowledge to you so that you can lift the lid off of your thinking and so that you can begin to explore and think about the greater possibilities for what? For growth and improvement. We are focused on normalizing and simplifying strategic planning. That is what I do. That's what I love to do. I get to work with companies, government agencies, companies of all sizes, different industries, but we focus on strategic planning, really excelling and elevating the company, facilitating change management, working through the risks of change, the risks of growth. That's what I get to do. I love it. And I'm amazing. Can I say that? Oh, the chief visionary. Did she say that? Yes, I did. I am amazing. I love what I do. I'm amazing at what I do. And you should own what you do as well, right? So go tell somebody to come hang out with us. If you chat with me, I will chat back with you. So drop your message in the chat box. I'll see it and we will have a dialogue around that. But tell somebody to come hang out with us here live in the Real Biz Life. We are talking about that real good stuff in the business lab here. Text them, tag them, heck, call them, let them know you guys got to come check this out, because today I want to talk about it's not a basic principle, but it somewhat is a basic principle. But I do want to talk about different approaches to the customer buying journey. So when we talk about the buyer journey, there are some things that we really do need to pay attention to. And the things that we're going to talk about today is opening up the mind to a product-led and a sales-led perspective. Do we understand the buyer journey? And are we developing our business? Are we developing our sales process, our marketing process, our customer management process? Are we developing that to be very intentional, very strategic, and very helpful, right? So yes, Chief Visionary right here, Natasha Davis, we are going to talk about it today. Product-led versus a sales-led buyer journey. Why is this even important? Why are we even talking about this? We're talking about this because when you have to mobilize a product or a service, either a new product or service into the market, or you are just mobilizing an existing product or service into the market, you're moving it into the market, you have to understand how the customer is going to complete that buying process. How does your customer complete the buying process? Now, we have talked about the pipeline, yay, Yay. We talked about that pipeline. Catch that episode, but we did. We broke down your pipeline and what happens. How do we get leads into the pipeline, right? And then we begin to work them through. They become a prospect once we qualify them. And once you qualify them, they then become a prospect. Prospects don't enter the pipeline. Okay. So let's clear that up. It's a lead, they're interested. Like, okay, you said something, you got my interest. I like it. I fall into your sales pipeline, and then you become a prospect by way of qualification. And then I move you further down the journey, and then you become a customer. Or at that point of qualification, you are ejected from the pipeline because why? You are not a qualified customer, right? So you want to understand your pipeline. But today, what we're going to talk about is we are going to go into, like, we're going to pull the veil back. We're going to go behind the curtain, and we're just going to talk about specifically the product-led versus a sales-led buyer journey, right? When you are outlining your go-to-market strategy, when you are outlining your market acceleration strategy, right? Especially in this day and age, we have to pay that much more attention to what we're doing, right? We have to pay that much more attention to what we're doing. And when we start looking at our go-to-market and we start looking at our market acceleration strategy, two things we have to pay attention to. Is our marketing process streamlined and efficient? Do we have that Broadway show running? Or are we implementing this microwave marketing activity that we only move when the pipeline is dry? And let me tell you something, a dry pipeline is a rough year. A dry pipeline is a rough year, because remember this, right? What you do this quarter is going to fully manifest next quarter. It's not going to manifest next week. It's going to manifest next quarter. And this is the thing that people, especially small businesses, solopreneurs, struggle with a lot. They are like dormant, doing nothing for like 3 months, a month, 2 months, 6 months. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, I need some money. I need some money. I need some money. And then they start throwing at all these things and they create this microwave marketing behavior. And they really believe that this is going to manifest in a week or two, or in like 30 days. And then they get really pissed off and annoyed. It's like, well, how come this didn't work? Well, it didn't work because you didn't let the seed. When you plant the seed, okay, organic seed. I'm not talking about that quick ready-made stuff that you plant it and it grows, that stuff that they growing in labs. I'm talking about you plant the seed in good ground. You think you're getting a harvest in a week, 2 weeks? No, you have to plant it. You have to nurture it. You have to water it. You got to fertilize it. And then you will get what? Your harvest. So when we talk about your marketing process and your sales process, is your sales process clean? Is it streamlined? Is it efficient? Right? So your marketing process is going to be what attracts the lead into the business. It's going to attract the lead into the pipeline. It drops them right in the pipeline. The sales process is what you're using to convert the lead into a customer, moving them down the pipeline. All right. Here, between these two processes that every single business has, every single business, I don't care if you are selling pooper scoopers, right? If you're selling high profile makeup, if you're selling laptops, if you're selling services, if you're selling a product, it doesn't matter. Every business at every industry in every stage has a marketing process and has a sales process. Now, merged up in there, you have a customer buying journey, right? What's your journey model? What's your buyer model? This is where we're going to talk about product-led versus a sales-led buyer journey. Okay, check this out. When we have, and I don't want you to get stuck on I sell a product or I sell a service. This is not what I'm talking about. The biggest disconnect and the biggest challenge that I have seen when I work with companies, when I'm like, hey, they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And we pull the layers back and we see what's going on. The biggest disconnect when they don't have predictable sales and predictable client acquisition is an undefined marketing and sales process and an unclear buyer journey. very unclear. And so the marketing and sales just kind of happens, and they're wondering why things aren't flowing as well. You might have these peaks and these peaks and valleys, right? Like, oh, we have a great month, and then all of a sudden 2 months we're like flatline, like beep. That's my ER nurse coming out. Beep. All right, that's not funny, but it's a good depiction, right? Because anyway, that's dead, right? Now your business is dead. So when we start talking about the buyer journey, we have to be able to say, am I going to let the product drive momentum? Or am I going to let, and I say product, meaning the product or the service, right? Or am I going to I'm going to go in and I'm going to create an experience for the customer. So let's break it down. So when we have a product-led model, whether you are mobilizing an actual tangible product or you are mobilizing a service, a product-led model is more of a self-service experience. It's kind of like a help yourself type deal, where the customer finds you, the customer likes you, the customer buys, the business provides. I'll give that to you again. In a product-led model, the customer finds you. How? Because your marketing process, your Broadway show, right? You've been bringing them into that pipeline. They've been dropping right into the pipeline. Marketing process. Customer finds you. Customer likes what you have to say. Lead becomes what? Prospect. Yes? Okay. Now they're in the prospect. They're right in that because now they like you. I'm ready to go. Customer product-led self-service. I will buy it. I buy it and then I get it. Are y'all with me? If y'all with me, say I'm with you. Thumbs up. I'm with you. Okay. Customer finds, customer likes, customer buys, business provides. Okay. When you think of something like this, a product-led service, a product-led model works really well with like your lower cost products, your lower cost services, uncomplicated products, uncomplicated services, things that do not require a learning curve. If something requires an extensive learning curve, you cannot do a product-led model because you'll actually have a lot of clients fall off or customers that will fall off because they don't know how to use what it is that they just purchased. All right. So when you think of like a product led, think of things like a product would be like Calendly. Like, I like the calendar. Customer finds Calendly. It's a calendar. Calendly, Visita, any one of these things, right? Schedule once, any one of these things. I like it. I buy it. This business will provide. Other product-led models is like the profit enhancer analysis, right? The profit enhancer analysis. Customer sees it, right? Customer likes it, customer buys it, business now provides it, right? And then other tools would be like Asana or Smartsheet or Monday, right? Those are other tools, Trello. Those are product-led experiences. Now, in a service, I want you to think of like a Fiverr. So Fiverr uses a product-led model. Why? Customer finds, customer likes, customer has to buy. I have to pay first, then the business will be provided. The service, the product will be provided. In Fiverr, you don't get and then pay. You pay and then you get. Yes? All right. That's your product led. So let's talk a little bit about the product led. So product led is a more efficient, cost efficient approach. Why? Because you use the product to drive the close of the deal. You use the product to drive the close of the deal, but you have to have a really strong pipeline. You have to have a really strong pipeline. You have to have automation. You have to be able to track and make sure, okay, is everything flowing? Am I moving my customer down and through the pipeline with efficiency? It be streamlined. You have to have a good sales process. Why? Because in the sales cycle process, or in that whole scenario right there, it is the backbone of your profitable sales, right? The sales cycle, right? The whole process, it is the backbone to having a profitable sales in any business. So you have to understand that, right? Okay, let's go over. All right, let's cross the street and we're going to go over to the sales-led model. Sales-led model is a guided experience. It's a guided experience for the buyer journey. The customer finds, the customer likes, right? Finds by the marketing process. Boop, you drop into my pipeline. I'm going to qualify you. and identify you. Customer likes, so right, so lead now becomes a prospect, right? You're coming down the pipeline. Business connects and educates. Business connects and educates, right? So now in that between lead and prospect, business has to connect and educate and qualify. From there, customer now buys, business now provides. Do you see there's more steps to it? It's more high touch. So a sales-led model is more high touch than a product-led model. Why? I don't need as many people to move this along. In a sales-led, you need manpower. You need manpower. In a product-led, you need a lot of technology. You need automation. You need automation. I don't want to say a lot of technology because I don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, this is too intense. No. Product-led, you need automation. You need technology to move things along. In a sales-led, you do need technology, but you need manpower because you need someone to guide the buyer journey. You need to talk to a human being. All right. So these are going to be more of like your higher priced, more premium products and services. When you think of like products or tools, think of like a Better Business Bureau, think of like Dun and Bradstreet, right? You have to, you can find, you can like, but once you put your interest in, you are going to be contacted. You're going to be contacted, right? And you can't really close the deal until you've had a conversation, you've been educated and qualified, and then you buy and then you get access, right? Sometimes you get access and then the payment comes after. There's also in a sales led where you can get access to it and then the payment of it is actually taken care of after you've gotten access. So do you see how sales led can be a little bit more steps? It's a little bit more high touch. Services would it definitely include? You're thinking of it, professional consulting, coaching services. Those are considered sales led models. Okay. I want you to also consider the sales cycle process. In a sales led, the sales cycle, the sales cycle is a bit longer. It's a little bit longer. Why? Because you need manpower. You need someone to connect. You need human and human connection, right? In a product led, the sales cycle is much shorter because there's not that much human connection. It is, you like it, buy it, click here, like it, buy it, click here. Okay, go to your email, accept, verify that it's you. Okay, create your login. Boom, you have access to it. It's all yours. Have fun. You never need to talk to anyone. In a sales led, you can like it. You submit interest that you want to buy it. You are now you are in contact with a human being before payment is exchanged. You're explored. You're qualified. You get to see it, and then you get access to it after. Now, there are some businesses and some industries that use a hybrid approach, and a hybrid approach is definitely something that can be done. When you think of something like that, you can definitely do a hybrid approach. Some companies will say, I need a little bit of this and I need a little bit of that, right? And so, in a hybrid, I want you to think of, it's an in-between pricing. It's not very low. You cannot use, and you should not use a sales-led process for low-end products. It's too costly, and the return on investment will not be materialized, right? So you're thinking about medium to high prices is a great place for your hybrid. And in a hybrid, the customer does find you, they like, they buy, the business connects, they educate, you provide, and everything. But I want you to think of tools like tools like an Infusionsoft, like Keep, Lead Pages. Those are hybrid, because in any of those particular tools, you can find, like, buy, but you are going to have human contact. You are going to be in contact and communication with someone. And so therefore, that is a hybrid. It's not all product led. It's not all sales led. It's one of those in between. All right. So the key here is making sure that you know that your marketing process is on point, your sales process is on point, you understand your business, you understand the buyer journey, it's clean, it's streamlined, it's efficient, right? It's not all over the place. It's not like microwave marketing or shooting from the hip. You can sit down and articulate, this is how we bring customers into our pipeline, right, through our marketing approaches. This is how we advance persons through the pipeline. We take them from lead to prospect to customer, right? And so you want to be able to understand that when you are looking at, especially for your marketing acceleration strategy, as we get ready to go into the new year or the new quarter, you want to definitely look at that. Now is a great time of year to check in on your sales cycle, check in on your customer buying journey. Where can you improve? How can you improve? What needs to be added? What needs to be taken away, right? Are y'all catching these golden nuggets up in here? I mean, I'm dropping knowledge all over the place for you today. Yes? Okay. So I don't want you to think that every industry or every business is supposed to have product led or supposed to have sales. Your industry, your business, your clientele, the product or the service you have, that's going to help to dictate and guide the way in which you develop your buyer journey. It's how you develop your marketing process and your sales process, right? I've even seen professional consultants, like service-based companies that offer professional services. I have seen those do 100% product led. I'm talking about the efficiency is beautiful. It's like a well-oiled machine. And I've also seen where the same type of business had to follow a sales led. So I don't want you to feel like it's a hard and fast, absolute. You get to choose that. But all I ask is that you make a decision and you choose one. The one thing I will say is I don't recommend that you are using a sales led approach for low end, low cost products, because sales led requires manpower, which requires money and all that good stuff. Yes. All right. Boom, boom, boom. There you have it. Product led versus a sales led buyer journey. Take an assessment of what your process looks like. And as I say, I want you to feel empowered and educated. I want you to lift the lid off of your thinking so that you can make the improvements and have the growth that you need for your business. We are normalizing and simplifying strategic planning. This is a part of strategy. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So listen, if you need your chief visionary for anything like training, strategy, speaking, or anything of this sort, please do not hesitate to book a power chat. You can go to the link that you see on the screen, schedule a power chat, make it happen. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. And thank you, because I am dropping tremendous knowledge over there. It is Impact Branding Videos on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Next week, Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be here. You and I will connect. But I want you to bring a friend with you. Don't be stingy. There's enough for me to go around. I will share. You could share. All right. So I hope this has been super valuable to you. But don't forget to bring a friend with you. Tell someone to come on into the Business Lab Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week, same time, same place. And if you are catching this good information on the replay, drop hashtag replay team in the chat and I will show you some love. All right. Blessings upon blessings. One love, one heart. I'll see you next week. Be amazing. Be awesome. Let this week, the rest of this week, give you everything that you need. Yes? All right. Be well. Talk to you later.